Today we are going to see about organization of tissue. Here we are going to study about unicellular organisms. Unicell means uni means one. Uni means one. Now organism which having one cell is called as what? Unicellular organisms. The next one is multicellular. Multi means many. So the organism which having many cell is called as multicellular. Like bacteria and protozoa are made up of single cells. Multicellular organisms are composed of many cells and they have specialized cells, organs and organ system to perform specific function of cells positioned and designed to perform a particular function called tissue, like xylem and phloem tissues is a structure which is made up of a collection of tissue that carry out a specialized function. Example, in plant, the root, stem, leaves or organs. In animal stomach, for example, is an organ consists of tissues made up of epithelial cells, gland cells and muscle cells. Chapter you are going to study about different types of plant tissues and animal tissues, how they are modified and coordinate in their life activity. Classification of plants. Plants are classified into meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. The meristematic tissue is classified into three types. They are apical meristem, lateral meristem and intercalary meristem. Permanent tissue. Permanent tissue is divided into two types. They are simple tissue, complex tissue. Simple tissue. Simple tissue is classified into three types. They are parenchyma, sclerenchyma, collenchyma. Complex tissue. Complex tissue is classified into two types. They are xylem, phloem. Xylem is having four different types of cells. First one, tracheids, vessels, xylem parenchyma and xylem fibers. And phloem has four different types of cells. Seed tube, companion cells, phloem parenchyma, phloem fibers. Plant tissues. Plants are made up of vegetative and reproductive tissues. Plant tissues are classified into two types, namely meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. Now we are going to see about meristematic tissue. Meristem is derived from Greek word meristos, which means divisible or the capacity to divide again and again. Meristematic tissues are group of young cells that are capable of undergoing cell division. In plants, meristem is found in zones where growth can take place. Example, apex of the stem, root, leaf primordia, vascular cambium, cork cambium, etc. Characteristic features. Meristematic tissues are living cells. Cells are small, oval, polygonal or round in shape. They are thin-walled with dense cytoplasm. Large nuclei and small vacuoles are seen. They undergo mitotic cell division. They do not store food materials. Types of meristems based on position. On the basis of their position in the plants, meristems are of three types: apical meristem, intercalary meristem and lateral meristem. Apical meristem, intercalary meristem and lateral meristem. Apical meristem. These are found at the apex or growing point of the roots and shoot and brings about increase in length. Apical meristem. These are found at the apex or growing point of the root and shoot and bring about increase in length. Intercalary meristem. It lies between the region of permanent tissue and it is a part of a primary meristem. It is found either at the base of the leaf, example pinus, or at the base of the internodes, example grass. It lies between the region of the permanent tissue and is a part of primary meristem. It is found either at the base of the leaf, example pinus, or at the base of the internode, example grass. Lateral meristem. These are arranged parallel and causes the thickness of the plant part. Lateral meristems. These are arranged parallel and causes the thickness of the plant part. Functions of the meristem. Meristems are actively dividing tissues. They are responsible for the secondary thickness and the growth of the plant. Now we are going to see about permanent tissue. Permanent tissue are those in which growth has stopped either completely or for the time being. At times, they become meristematic partially or wholly. Permanent tissues are of two types, simple tissue and complex tissue. Now we are going to see about simple tissue. Simple tissues are homogeneous tissues. Homogeneous means all the cells of same type and it is composed of structurally and functionally similar cells. Example, parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Parenchyma. Parenchyma are simple permanent tissue. It is composed of living cells. Parenchyma cells are thin-walled, oval, round or polygonal in shape with well-developed space among them. In aquatic plants, parenchyma possesses intercellular air space and is named as arenchyma. When parenchyma cells are exposed to the sunlight, they will develop chloroplast and are known as chlorenchyma cells. Since they are having chloroplast in them, they will prepare the food with the help of the chloroplast. Parenchyma may store water in many succulent and xerophytic plants. It also serves the function of storage of food, reserves, absorption, buoyancy, secretion, etc. In aquatic plants, parenchyma possesses intercellular air space and it is named as arenchyma. When exposed to the light, these parenchyma cells will develop chloroplast and are known as chlorenchyma cells. Collenchyma. Collenchyma is a living tissue and it is found beneath the epidermis. Cells are elongated with unevenly thickened non-lignified walls. Cells have rectangular oblique end or tapering end and persistent protoplast. Persistent means still attached. They possess thick primary non-lignified walls. They provide mechanical support for the growing organs. Sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma consists of thick-walled cells which are often lignified. Sclerenchyma cells are dead cells and they do not possess living protoplast at maturity. Sclerenchyma cells are grouped into fibers and scleroids. Fibers are elongated sclerenchymatous cells, usually with pointed ends. Their walls are lignified. Fibers are abundantly found in many plants. The average length of the fiber is 1 to 2 millimeter. However, in plants like Lineum, Cannabinus and jute, fibers are extensively longer, ranging from 20 millimeter to 550 millimeter. Scleroids are widely distributed in plant body. They are usually broad, may occur in single or in groups. Scleroids are isodiametric with lignified walls. Pits are prominent and seen along the walls. Lumen is filled with wall materials. Scleroids are also common in fruits and seeds.